and there's profits and it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. If I told you about the markets and there's profits, then it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. Yeah, winning and spitting the crew, putting this all in the proof. I'm in the proof and the pudding. You think you ballin', you shouldn't. Rich told you about a world. Now we trying to get a score. Now it's time to watch the layup. We don't sleep, we just up. We be predicting the shit. We be giving them pigs. Ill kid, always dropping the hits. If you ain't watching, I guess you be losing. You winning this shit. I'm playing for the game, trying to get up on my chain. Hate to step out of my way. 50, better get out my lane. Namaste is here to stay, and CANNABIS a giant. Vreo is massive, and GGB's a lion. Buying all these top stocks in the future, your ass is retiring. If you on top of your shit, then little kid, you inspiring. Go and subscribe, go and get live. Rich TV, don't stay on the side. Comment below, go on our show. Picks are hot like out of the stove. No, we don't play, don't know what to say. Rich on his grind, making hits all day. Reap what you sow, go and get dope. Popcorn is dirty, we come with the show. If I told you about the markets and there's profits, then it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. If I told you about the markets and there's profits, then it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. Yeah, you can join the WhatsApp, long as your ass ain't suspect. Always wondering what's next. We all here to gain success. $100 a member, 1 million members. Do the math, I'll do the rap. That's way too much money to mention. We in the green capital, we on a mean avenue. Know what I mean? All that I seen, I got a clean attitude. How could I be mad at you? I mean, how can we be mad at you? Rich TV is free and you still ain't got a wee bit of gratitude. ACB got ABCC, all ducks in a row. Please don't play with me. You say to me that Rich, he just don't know. He can't predict the way the market is. Why lying from his esophagus? How he got all this confidence? All the shit he's saying is nonsense. Nah, that ain't true. Take a look, now take a move. All those picks all right through the roof, like through the roof, like through the roof. Nah, you ain't making a cent. Nah, you ain't making a cent. Y'all, if you always a troll, y'all, then you're living a tent. If I told you about the markets and there's profits, then it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. If I told you about the markets and there's profits, then it's true. If I told you about the largest of the margins, then it's true. If I told you about the 52-week lows and highs, it's true. You ain't watching, you ain't winning, get your popcorn cause it's true. Yeah.
We discover the undercover, underexposed, underappreciated, undervalued companies first. It's true. It's your boy Rich. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We're bringing the winners. They'll bring to you first. I'm over.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? So I wanted to bring you guys a few picks that I was watching today that did what I would call sneak attacks. When you have a day where almost everything is red and there's a couple companies that go up, in my opinion, that's what we would call a sneak attack. Okay? So C21 Investments. I actually own this company. I own shares in this company. This is a company that has been flying under the radar because the stock's been doing terrible, but the company itself has actually been growing. 9.9 million in quarterly sales, 27% quarter over quarter growth. Okay? And they have a small but profitable adjusted operating income. So C21 Investments was up 19% today. They had a nice big move. You could see this huge explosion here. They've had a big move here in the last few weeks from 46 cents to now 67 cents. So they're up around 50% in the last couple of weeks alone. And my question is, do you think that this is finding the bottom? Are we finding the bottom for Cxxi at 67 cents now? I'm not suggesting you chase it. Obviously, it had a big day today. Most of it is due to the fact that they had stock options granted. This is why the stock is actually moving up today, I guess. This is the news. The this is the old news, October 10th. So maybe it went down based on the stock options and now they're going up. But the reality is this is a company that has good revenue growth, good revenue potential, good growth potential. Nobody's talking about it. They've been beat up like everybody else. They've been way, way higher. Let's see, they were at $2.43 like everybody else in March. They were at $2.43 before they started to go down, and down they did from $2.43 all the way down to 46 cents. And it's bounced back up now to 67 cents, but is still very, very low when you compare its highs, 52-week highs to 52-week lows. We're much closer to the 52-week lows, and it's doing a bounce back. This could be a dead cat bounce. It could be because it's undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. I would love to know what you guys think about Cxxi. Does this continue? Is this undervalued? Is there more upside from here? Cxxi. Now, the next company that actually had a nice day today, and there's a few of them that had sneak attacks today on a day where, for the most part, everybody was down. Let's take a look at Alef Health. So Alef Health Inc. up 13% today. You could see that big move right there. So another company that's been brutally beaten down due to lack of revenue. They were at 70 cents last week. Today they hit 92 cents. So big jump. Nice big jump up to 72 cents here. The question is, will this continue? They have put out news that they yielded 10,300 kgs of dried flour, and they did it at 10 cents per gram to harvest. This is what is bringing life back into Alef Health. News that they are producing at a cost per gram potentially lower than anybody else in the world. This is extremely important, okay? As we get more and more competitive and there's more and more companies that are out there, it's going to be about who has the lowest cost per gram, who has the most customers that keep coming back for more. Cost per gram is vital for these companies to be able to compete with the black market and compete with all the LPs all over the world that all want that same customer dollar. Alef Health at 8 cents per gram and 10 cents at cost per harvest could be one of the lowest cost per gram companies in the world. Love to know what you guys think about Alef Health, and this move up 13% today was a very big move. Look at the one-day move here. Huge one-day move. So big one-day move here. I know that they had big news and they are reporting. So hopefully everything continues to go in the right direction for Alef Health, a company that I have liked for a long time. And unfortunately, like everybody else, has been getting beat down. I believe this is a company that has incredible upside. Take a look at the 1-year chart. It's like almost like all of these cannabis companies right now. The high is much higher. As you can see, we're going to mark it right here. The date was February 19th, where it hit $2.75. It went all the way down to 70 cents and had a nice little bounce back to 92 cents. Do you think this will continue? Do you think this goes down from here? Love to know your opinion. If you like this company, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere. Alef Health, another company that I'm watching very carefully, had a big day today, was a sneak attack. Will this continue? Now, another company that had a nice day today is Planet 13. Planet 13 up 9.47% today. If you look at the one-day chart, just looks unbelievable. If you look at the 1-year chart, a little bit of the same, okay? You could see another stock here that was at $3.47 in April. Hit a low over here, as you could see, at $1.75 and is now bouncing back up. I did announce them as one of my top 10 picks for November. I'm not really surprised that they're making this move. So as you can see here in November, after I put out my video, they've obviously been climbing. So Why? Why did I say that they're one of my top 10 picks? Here's the reason. Planet 13, 16.5 million in quarterly sales, 19% quarter-over-quarter growth, 275% year-over-year growth, and 1.4 million in adjusted operating income. What I believe is happening now is that the street is getting more educated on the cannabis sector. Retail investors are getting more educated on the cannabis sector, and they're starting to invest in companies that actually are showing profit. They're starting to invest in companies that are showing revenue growth, profitability, and EBITDA. And as these companies start showing more and more revenue growth, more and more profit, more and more EBITDA, I would not be surprised to see more retail and institutional investors start positioning themselves in these companies, okay? Now, another company that was up again today, not huge, but just quietly climbing, is Vreo Health. Now, I announced that they were going to be doing a deal with Bruce Linton. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Linton, always have been. He has been a leader in the cannabis sector since day one. And if we look at Vreo Health, like everybody else, they've been beaten up. They've been much higher. Let's just say we got to mark them up there. They've been as high as $6.44 all the way in, where is this? April. Now we've seen them go as low before they announced that they were getting Bruce. See them go as low as $1.36. And after they announced Bruce was joining the board, we saw this huge spike up, a little bit of consolidation, spike up, consolidation, spike up. Overall, they are up pretty nicely. I believe the first day it was up 14%. And then Friday, I believe it was up, was it 16%? 16% on Friday. And then, on Thursday. And then it was up like 2 or 3% on Friday and another 3% today. So we've seen a nice little jump here over the last 5 days of about 30 cents. So we've seen a jump from about $1.33 to $1.65 now. So we've seen about a 30-cent jump just on the news that Bruce has been added to this company. This needs to be a company that's on everybody's watch list. It needs to be on everybody's radar. They have a lot of potential. And now that they have Bruce, they've got one of the biggest cheerleaders and success stories ever in the cannabis sector, Vreo Health. Put it on your radar, put it on your watch list. Another one that I'm watching very, very closely that had a green day today and is quietly, secretly been climbing, Valens Growworks. These guys have been interesting in the last month. You could see that they went all the way back down, found a bottom, we're going to mark it, in the last month at $2.66. And today they traded all the way up to $3.49. It wasn't too long ago they were at $2.66. They hit $2.66 last week. Well, 10 days ago. They hit $2.66 on November 1st, which was 10 days ago. So in 10 days, we've seen this stock rally from $2.65 all the way to $3.49. Now, I'm not suggesting you chase this. I'm just saying put it on your watch list, put it on your radar. If you see it dips and you think there's a good buying opportunity, it might be one of those companies you want to position yourselves. It is an extraction play. Extraction plays have been very, very strong in 2019. Valens just won the award for the top extraction company, which is interesting because they just won an award and yet nobody talks about them. And the stock went up another 3% today. And we're going to mark the high here. The high is $4.68. The low over the last little while is $2.66, which we just marked. And they're currently at $3.49. I think the upside is tremendous for these guys. I think they have great potential. Valens Growworks, an extraction play that has enormous upside in my opinion. If we go and look at Valens Growworks and we take a look at VGW, here it is, Valens Growworks. So Valens Growworks, 16.5 million in quarterly sales, 87% quarter-over-quarter growth, and 5.5 million in net operating income. Love those numbers. Puts it right at the top in Canada. There's nobody with a higher adjusted operating income right now than Valens Growworks in Canada. You have to think that the street sees that. They're going to be looking at that, and they're going to look at positioning themselves. Balanced Grow Works is, in my opinion, a huge, huge, huge opportunity for us to make a killing in 2020 and beyond. They've been a huge winner in 2019, and I believe that that will continue. Not to say that it can't go lower. Anything can go lower. I just think that the upside for them is tremendous. And GW Pharma. So GW Pharma, I did their earnings call, and I thought the numbers were good. You know, their numbers were growing. Their exponential growth with these guys is tremendous. The stock went down, and I said, you know, I won't be surprised if this goes down and then it comes back up. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, last week we saw it go down all the way to 108 after it rallied all the way up to 187 in May. Came all the way down to 108 at the end of September and had a nice little run back up all the way up to 137 to the end of October. And then they reported and it fell again all the way down to 108 again. And now they're bouncing back up. And I think they're going to go back up. I really do, because the report was strong. The report was actually very strong. And I think this company is going to go back up. So you could see they came down on the report, and now they're starting to come back up. And I think they will go back up because the report was actually quite strong. Let's take a look at how strong, because in my opinion, it was their best report so far. So 57, oh no, that's not it. There it is. 91 million in quarterly sales. That was a record. 26% quarter over quarter growth. That's great growth. And 3,659% year over year growth. That is absolutely tremendous. 17.7 million adjusted operating income, which I believe was actually an upgrade from the previous quarter. So I think that all the numbers are moving in the right direction. And I absolutely love GW Pharma. I know it's really expensive, but if you're looking to get into a company that has huge potential, this could be one of those companies. And I think they could go much higher from here. Now, another company that I am watching very, very carefully is Scott's Miracle-Gro. This is the biggest and the best cannabis-related company in the world, generating billions, and I'm not surprised that they have climbed since the report. And you could see they are now at $106. You could see they went down to $97 November 5th. They are now at $106 a week later. So these reports may not get a result immediately, but if you give it some time, once people adjust these reports and they actually get a chance to analyze the numbers and they get a chance to digest the numbers are fantastic. So, you know, Scott's Miracle-Gro is kind of like in a league of its own, and they're not even listed on here because their quarterly sales are in the area of the billions. So we're talking about a company that makes billions of dollars, and they are growing, and they are the leader for the entire cannabis sector. I'm going to continue to watch them. We're going to continue to, you can see I've been marking them. Every time over the last year, I talk about them, I mark them. You can see I've been marking this company, and all it's been doing is growing. You could see it was at $60 last December, and here we are now at $106. This is an example of what all the other cannabis companies are striving to become. Everybody else wants to become a Scott's Miracle-Gro, okay? But the reality is not everybody will make it. Some will, some won't. So what? That's the attitude. But the reality is there are more cannabis companies than people really give credit for. There are 443 cannabis companies, guys. I don't think a lot of people realize that. There's 443 cannabis companies. So I find it comical when people are like, oh, they're all going to disappear and there's going to be one left. There'll be 5 left and they'll run the world. And I disagree. I think you need many companies to do this properly. And I believe in this sector, many hands will make light work. So I believe there's tons of opportunity in the sector. I think there's huge growth potential. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, there's going to be ugly days. If you really want to make money in the cannabis sector and you want to invest in one of the fastest growing sectors in the world, but also one of the most risky sectors in the world, invest in the best. Invest in companies that are making money. Invest in companies that are profitable. This is the list of the profitable companies. Here it is. And it isn't very long. Trulieve, Village Farms, Innovative Industrial Properties, MaryMed, Charlotte's Web, Planet 13, Grow Generation, C21 Investments. That's it. That's the list of profitability in America. And obviously Scott's Miracle Grow, which is not part of this. And then in Canada, there's only 3: Valens Grow Works, MetaPharm Labs, and Organigram. In my opinion, if you want to invest in this sector, you should start with those companies that are actually generating profit. Because a year ago, nobody was generating profit. And a year later, we're actually starting to see some profit. That's where you should start, in my opinion, as an investor. Love to know what you think. If you agree with me, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere. Love to know your opinion. Just wanted to give you guys my opinion on some of these stocks that had a nice day today. Did Halo have a nice day today too? Let's see here. Yeah, so Halo Labs had a nice day today too, up 13%. And I believe they should be reporting very, very soon as well. And that's another company that, if you look at their 1-year chart, they have been just annihilated. Coming off a bottom right now, having a nice day today. Might be doing a dead cat bounce. Hopefully this will continue. But you could see here that they had a nice bounce up today. So hopefully for Halo, this can continue. They're a company that is going in the right direction. We've spoken to them quite a bit here on Rich TV Live. Really like the guys involved in the company, very transparent guys. And they admitted that it's becoming difficult in the sector to raise money and to raise capital. But yet again, it's a company I really like. I think the upside is tremendous. And take a look at Zyne, another company here that actually was way, way higher, had a nice day today. Look at their 1-year chart. This has been like a roller coaster for these guys. So they've been as low as $2.85, went as high as $15, and recently just came down as low as $6.41. Could see a nice run here again for Zyne. Wouldn't be surprised to see these guys make another run to 10 to 15 bucks. So keep them on your radar, keep them on your watch list. Just coming up from the bottom now, as you could see, Zyne looks like this was the bottom right here. $5.90. So it seems to be coming up from the bottom. But like I said, consult an advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. It's true. Thank you guys for watching. Just want to bring you some of those winners. Have a nice day. Peace.